day 15 of the Radio Free Skaro Fluid Links Advent Calendar. This one comes in from Kevin on Instagram. Of the 11 actors, of the living actors and actresses to play the Doctor, who could you cast to appear in a non-Doctor role in a future episode of Doctor Who, and why? Not a Doctor. This is kind of like, I know there's a thing floating around.
Reverse Colin Baker.
Kind of the reverse Colin Baker, reverse Peter Capaldi. I remember someone suggesting a little while back that when they cast a new James Bond, they should make current day Timothy Dalton M, and just don't explain anything. Don't make any references, and just have him as M. Yeah.
The only time they came close was Never Say Never Again, when Connery makes an offhand remark about being replaced, and then Moore walks by, and apparently they got in a bunch of crap for doing that.
Did
but
Moore
they
walk
thought it was
by?
really
I didn't
funny, so
remember
they
that.
kept it in.
Was he in that movie?
Yeah, it's just a blink and you miss a thing, but it is in there.
I didn't know that. George Lazenby famously goes to camera. This never happened to the other fellow. After being replaced.
Why does George Lazenby sound like Ringo Starr?
I don't know.
Why not?
He was overdubbed by George Baker for most of the time, who's of course in Full Circle. And many,
that's
many
true.
other
This
things.
Decider.
Not Drath, not Dexter. Logan.
No.
Decider Logan.
Logan. There we go.
I have two proposals here.
All right,
One,
here we go.
Paul McGann, because he can do anything.
He really can. He can.
So that's my first go-to. My second is David Tennant, because we've already had how many Doctors? Throw him into somebody else. What the hell?
That's true. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Go ahead.
I'd be okay with something like just have something that's already happened, have it happen again, and just don't even talk about it. Like have Colin Baker come back as Maxwell, or have Peter Capaldi come back as the person from Pompeii.
Yeah. I have to think that given that surely Colin Baker's played Maxwell in Big Finish. Surely that's happened. I just feel like it's a thing that feels natural. Also, there is precedence. Jacqueline Hill came back and played Lexa in Meglos.
That's true. Yeah.
So
not a doctor, but
a doctor, but a companion. Regular. Oh boy. A doctor coming back, living doctor. I mean, I wouldn't want to.
Tom Baker did it. He's the curator.
He is
which is technically kind of sort of a doctor. So
who knows? Yeah, I think he's.
But it's not the same one. So
not the same one. That's true. He already did it, but that's. Peter Davison would do great because he's just a busy television actor who's just acted his whole life, and I feel like he
it's like a shopkeeper or something, like just some throwaway thing.
He could, and they would. Well, you know what? No, we can't do that because Davison came back as basically current day Peter Davison, Doctor in Power of the Doctor.
Which was great.
Same with boy. I'm trying to think now who. It'd be hilarious if it was Eccleston. If it was Eccleston,
that would be great.
Showing,
I don't see him doing it.
That would be the most unexpected,
especially with this current crew. I don't
exactly.
see it
like only Nixon could go to China. Only Eccleston could return to Doctor Who.
I mean, you could travel back to before Joe Martin turns into the fugitive Doctor, and she's just a tour guide, and then she just kind of and they just kind of go, "Oh, we got to dance around this because she doesn't know yet." So.
No, I think it would be. Go on.
As I said, just as a quick side note, I looked it up, and according to the TARDIS wiki, Colin Baker played Maxwell in no less than 3 Big Finishes.
I knew it.
There you go.
I knew it. No, you could have a flashback to Jo Martin's time in her original Doctor Who incarnation, stuck somewhere in the pre-flux, universe, and then she meets up with another Doctor, and it is Eccleston. It's actually Eccleston, but he's not the Doctor. He's just showing up, and everyone expects him to be the Doctor, but he's not. He's just a random character. And everyone goes, "Wait a second."
He wants to go on a tour,
but maybe he wants to go to.
He's asking stupid questions she can't answer.
It's like, what about that church? How about this? Do you have a pamphlet? How much is my
paying? And then Dan
for this?
comes in and tries to do a tour too, a renegade tour.
Just renegade tours all the time. So
we could get like extra esoteric and have like Philip Hinchcliffe come as in a cameo.
He's a doctor.
He was a Morbius doctor.
He is a Morbius doctor. True. Graham Harper, Morbius doctor.
Still alive. Yep.
Still alive. I think literally everyone else there is dead. I think, but
Christopher Barry's dead.
George.
But David Bradley, how does he fit? Because he's already kind of done this.
Dead.
David. Well, see, but I feel like Power of the Doctor kind of ruined this a little bit because it brought back Bradley, Colin Baker Davison, Sylvester McCoy McGann.
I mean, I loved that part of it. But
I did too. I mean, Peter Capaldi could come back as any. Listen, Robert Downey Jr. is coming back as what's his name, Doctor
Doom
guy. Yeah.
that makes less sense than whatever we're cooking up.
Well, I think he's going to be behind the mask for the most part, right?
We don't know, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking. It seems like Marvel might be switching to unleaded. They're not running out of gas, but they're switching to they bought a hybrid that's maybe an early version that doesn't quite work.
They
right.
brought like one of those Honda Insights with the strange covers on the rear wheels, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like you're driving an EV, but we're going to make it look as uncool as possible. All right, one of that era of EVs. Yeah. Like Peter Capaldi, like as a Cyberman or something like that. You know, like
well, it's like Simon Pegg in Force Awakens. You know,
That's
you don't
true.
know it's Simon Pegg, but he's in all this.
Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig's a
Craig, a bunch of people,
stormtrooper.
yeah.
Yeah. Or just sticking within the Doctor Who universe, John Levine is a Yeti / Cyberman.
Yeah.
You know, things like that.
Cybernized Yeti. How about that?
Yeti. Peter Capaldi as the
Cyber Benton.
I mean, to be fair, we also saw Peter Davison, Colin Baker, and Sylvester McCoy as Zygons under blankets in the Day of the Doctor as well. So it's all been done.